A narrow breaststroke kick is always better than a wide breaststroke kick. Unless, of course, it's not. So let's find out why it might be better and why it might not be better. Hi everyone, Andrew here, helping you help your swimmers get faster, and we are covering controversial topics in swimming, and we are covering them off the cuff, and I'm just gonna kind of riff on a topic, and we'll see what happens. Breaststroke kicking. So what really matters? Well, swimmers need to move as much water as possible with each kick. The more water they move, the more effective their kick is, and that's really the bottom line. And so to do that well, they have to get their feet turned out, and their feet have to be wider than their knees. Otherwise, they're not gonna have the surface area to move water backwards. And so if the swimmers can get their feet wide, they can get their feet turned out, and they can keep the feet more wider than the knees are. That's what's really important, and that's what matters more than anything else. If swimmers can't do that, they're not gonna have a great breaststroke kick. And if they can do that, and they can maintain those positions, they're going to have a pretty solid breaststroke kick. So that's what they have to do. The reality is swimmers are different. So they're gonna have different levels of strength, and the breaststroke kicking in particular demands a lot of range of motion from the ankle, from the knee, and from the hip. And swimmers are gonna have different levels of range of motion in each of those joints. And so if you have someone that's super mobile in the feet, in the ankle, in the knees, and the hips, they're gonna have options that someone who's really stiff isn't going to have options for. And that really is a huge factor in determining what type of breaststroke kick or how wide the kick is, because they have to use what they can use, and they have to get in those positions. And if they may have to get really wide to get in those positions, they may be able to do it really narrow, but you don't really necessarily know, because you can't really account for all of those different factors in terms of range of motion and strength. So what's the solution then? Well, you have to find the best position. You have to help them find the best position for them. And so I like strategies like kick counts, descending, and just training the kick in lots of different positions, using resistance, vertical kicking, and by measuring these things in terms of kick count and in terms of speed, and you're getting them to try to search for better solutions, they're going to figure out the best option for them sooner than later. And by challenging them in lots of different ways, different types of resistance, different kick positions, high stroke counts, low stroke counts, high kick rates, low kick rates, high speed, slow speed, you're just giving them lots of different options to play with, and they're most likely to figure out what's gonna work best for them. Because unfortunately, you can't really know. And so if you tell a swimmer they've gotta be really narrow, well, they may not be able to get their feet turned out in that position, and that's gonna really compromise their kick. Alternatively, if you have everyone being really wide, they may benefit more from a narrow kick because they have the range of motion to take advantage of that. So it's difficult to know exactly what to do, and the right answer is going to differ depending on the range of motion and strength that swimmers have and their ability to hold those positions throughout a race. And so that's really important in terms of how you actually find what the best breaststroke kick is, because you can't necessarily know, because each swimmer is a little bit different, and so the best strategy is to help them figure it out so that they can find the best kick for them. And then, of course, as they get stronger, if their range of motion changes, because you're always working on these different types of kicks, they can make those adjustments and and improve their kick. And maybe it moves in a little bit, maybe it moves out a little bit, but they figure out how to make that work. So if you want to learn more about how to improve the breaststroke kick, check out this video right here. And if you have a comment, or if you want me to tackle a different topic, check out the comments below, drop a question in, and I will get to it sooner than later.